I definitely felt comfort. The nurses were all great, the doctor was great, and it felt like everybody really cared.
I would recommend Evangelical Community Hospital to anybody. People responded to my wishes in regards to what kind of birthing experience I wanted, and they listened, and that was a great experience.
Definitely feel like your family. The nurses are great. They all knew what was going on, and they all asked me how I was doing and how things were going and how he was, and it was really nice.
My name is Donna Kennel. I'm from Turbotville, and I just gave birth to 2 baby boys. Their names are Ori and Gideon, and they were born Thanksgiving night. Well, I already have 3 boys at home. I have an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 2-year-old, and so I was quite shocked to learn that I was having twins. I was scheduled to have a C-section at 38 weeks. At 37 weeks, Thanksgiving night, I started having pain. I called in, and they told me to come in. It was a really unusual pain, so I didn't really know what was going on. And when I got in, they couldn't find the heartbeats on the babies. And so we were very distressed and didn't know what was going on. But as soon as the doctor heard all the symptoms and everything, he immediately said that he thought I was having placenta abruption, which is where your placenta tears away from your uterus, and it's basically the lifeline of the babies. They needed to get the babies out as soon as possible, and they just called everybody in, and it was very fast, a whirlwind, and we were just praying and hoping that, you know, they were still okay in there, even though we couldn't find the heartbeats. And when they got them out, they did have heartbeats. They were low, so it felt like minutes could have made the difference either way, and they had to just resuscitate them a little bit, but they perked back up and they're healthy and happy. They didn't have any other complications. I was really happy with the care that we all got, and after a couple of days I started feeling better, and I got to bring them in my room with me and take care of them, and then we got to go home. And also another thing that stood out to me was afterward, a lot of the people were coming into my room and checking on me, and, you know, people that wouldn't have had to, like the anesthesiologists and the different nurses who were on, and just people were really caring and loving. I'm very, very thankful for everybody that was involved in my surgery, and just how quickly everybody moved and came together on Thanksgiving Day. And I couldn't ask for a better outcome.
The fact is that not every birth goes from beginning to end without any complications. And we at EVAN pride ourselves in being able to recognize some of those things and take action when necessary. Even if your birth is an emergency C-section, we are ready and able to take care of you.
My name is Sonia Ware. I live in Trevorton, Pennsylvania, and I'm originally from Germany. On December 17th, I gave birth to Serafina Lydia here at Evangelical Community Hospital. We were very excited to find out that we were pregnant, but at the same time, we looked at each other and said, oh, so what are we doing now? There's a lot to learn. And so we started reading books, and at some point in time needed to decide which hospital we would like to go to. So I called Evangelical Community Hospital. I also called Geisinger, and just wanted to check out both hospitals before I made a decision. But here people were very personable. They had time for me right away. They just said, come, stop by, look at our unit, and they had a nurse talk to us and show us the entire place, and answer all our questions, and she recommended the classes here as well, and the rest we checked out online. The Lamaze class was very helpful for the actual delivery, just to know how long we could stay at home, not to get worried just because contractions start, but to be in communication with the hospital and saying, hey, things are a little different now, what do we need to do? That was very helpful. The breastfeeding class prepared us very well for, I desired to try breastfeeding, but I knew some have problems with that. During the breastfeeding class, we learned that you can take on those problems if they come up, and they actually never did. And then the baby basics class prepared us for the first time at home. At the beginning, everything is new, and it was good to know that we had learned already a couple things. We had seen how a baby was bathed. Actually, we did that on the unit as well, bathing her for the first time with the help of a nurse, so that we weren't all alone the first time, which was great. My evangelical moment was when my baby came out of me, and I just saw her come out. That was the greatest miracle that had ever happened to me, and I had such a great birth experience. It was so easy, and the education definitely helped me having such a great experience. I would recommend Evangelical Community Hospital to anybody if they wanted to deliver their babies here. One of the reasons is it is a smaller hospital. Things are very personable here. People responded to my wishes in regards to what kind of birthing experience I wanted, and they listened, and that was a great experience.
Evan's education for their moms is very exciting from the beginning to the end, and it's very interesting in how we prepare moms beforehand with our Lamaze classes or our refresher classes for moms that have already had babies that just need a little reminder of what they might be going through. But what's very interesting is the education in which they receive when they're in the hospital. There is a lot of hands-on with the nurses. They show moms how to do their baby baths for the first time. They also, through our perinatal education program, come to the hospital before they have their baby so that we can start that educational process. Also, we bring our moms back after they go home to answer any questions that they might have. Our unit takes questions via the phone all the time, 24 hours a day.
My name is Stacy Dybert. I'm from Higgins Valley, Pennsylvania, and my son Reagan Russell was born on December 3rd, 2008. I chose to have him at Evan because of the midwives, and I knew that was one route that I wanted to take over a regular physician. Labor started around 2:30 in the morning, and I called into the office and they wanted to see me, and I was in the office for 11 o'clock and they sent me right to labor and delivery, and a couple hours later I was in hard labor and being rushed off to have a C-section. I had asked for the epidural around 9-10 o'clock in the evening, and they noticed that my heart rate was already around 130, which is high to begin with, and that my blood pressure was dropping, and the anesthesiologist hung around to watch my heart rate, and it ended up going up into the 170s, and my blood pressure kept dropping. I was able to break it, but nothing would stabilize, so they ended up going ahead and doing a C-section. And that night, after I got to go back to the room and see him, I ended up down in ICU for the evening. Definitely. I was glad I was here. They handled everything great. I was really freaked out, and they worked with me on that, and my husband and my whole family was able to be taken care of as well. Definitely feel like your family. The nurses are great. They all knew what was going on, and they all asked me how I was doing and how things were going and how he was, and it was really nice.
It is called the Family Place. The Family Place at Evangelical prides itself in being able to care for the whole family. We invite all members of the family to come and visit with Mom. We appreciate that all family members have a role in the birth of a child, and we offer assistance to dads to be able to spend the night with their moms and help support them. We also encourage siblings to come and visit the baby as well.